Golfers, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to show you a way through which you can gain a bit more distance with all the clubs in your bag and also prevent any unseen injuries. Specifically, we are going to discuss about the position of the lead foot when you take the setup position. So we have Skytrack ready. He's gonna be ready to show us some data about the shots I'm gonna hit. For the distance I have here, about 150 meters to the flag, I'm gonna use an 8-iron. And now most of the time when I see people on the driving range, they make one thing that really compromises the follow through and their ability to use the hips in the golf swing, which is the following. So when they take the setup position at the golf ball, both of their feet are pointing towards the ball to target line. So in this way, we kind of restrict a bit the freedom in the ankle and the hip in both ways, during the backswing and during the follow through. So if I would just take the setup in this position and I will make the backswing, now because the foot is in a position it kind of locks the ankle and the hip, I'm not gonna be able to make such a big turn into the backswing, which might be a reason to compromise the ability to create more club head speed. Now let's presume the backswing is gonna stay as long as normal, but now the main problem is going to be in the downswing. When I'm gonna turn, at one point my hip cannot externally rotate anymore. So in this way, sometimes the hands are gonna roll over and we're gonna get a shot to the left, or if the timing is, let's say, a bit better, the shot is gonna go straight to the right of the target. And that is simply because the anatomy of the ankle is not gonna allow me to fully turn my hips through the shot and to point the hip line towards the target. And in this way, I'm gonna use more my hands to hit the ball because the hips cannot control the downswing. Those would be the reason why you should never have your feet pointing straight. So always when you take the setup position, I would like you to have your feet flared out, so it's gonna be easier on your hips to allow you to turn in the backswing and in the follow through. So let's make a small test. I'm going to hit 5 shots when my toes are gonna be pointing straight, and then 5 shots when I'm gonna allow my toes to be flared out. And we're gonna see which case you should actually adopt for your golf swing. By opening your feet just a little bit when you take your setup position is going to allow your hips to turn a bit more during the backswing and during the follow through as well. And in this way, it's gonna be easier to control your swing with your hips rather than trying to hit the ball with your arms. So when you take the setup at the ball, I want your trail foot to open, let's say about 10 to 15 degrees, just a little bit. And then the lead foot, I want to open it about 35 to 45 degrees. So you can already see that my feet are pointing towards the outside, and then I'm all set. Basically here I can make a greater turn in the backswing. You can see my hips were able to turn a lot more and allow me to make a longer backswing, which is gonna create a bit more club head speed. And also if you look at the follow through, you can see now that I have a lot more freedom in my hips to turn in the follow through, and now I can see that my hip line is actually pointing somewhere left of the flag, and this is what we would like to achieve. When we are in the finish position, we would like our hips to be somewhere left of the target for right-handed players, and the shoulder line as well to be pointing a bit left. In this way, we know for sure that the hands didn't do too much in the swing and the bigger muscles of the body control the movement. So let's see 5 more shots where I'm gonna flare my feet just a little bit, and let's see if we can get on the green and we can get a bit more distance out of these shots. So that was the 5th shot. Could already see there's a bit more distance in the shots because now they actually managed to get to the green, We're gonna go a bit later to the green and I'm gonna show you all the 10 balls, how they flew. Now let's quickly look at the numbers from Skytrack. And let's see, if we actually look at them, first of all, we're gonna see the ball speed. And in the first 5 swings, the average was 95 miles an hour, which is quite low for an 8-iron. Then when I flared my toes, it went to 108 miles an hour. Every miles an hour that you gain in your swing potentially can give you 3 yards. So there we gain quite a few yards. Then let's look at the carry distance. I went from 125 meters to actually hitting 151 meters. That's how far my 8-iron goes normally. Then we have the total from 126 to 153. Smash factor went higher as well, from 127 to 138, which for an 8-iron, 138 is considered to be really good. So next time when you go to the driving range, what I want you to do is actually take the position as normally as you do, then open your right foot, open your left foot, and just allow yourself to actually rotate in the backswing and throw the ball. Let's go out there and let's see exactly where the balls have landed. So here is the place where the first 5 shots landed. You can see them, they are all closer than the green, and these shots were hit where my feet were pointing straight. Now let's go a bit closer to the green. And these 5 shots were the ones where I hit when I opened my feet. So you can actually see them that they're all on the green. All 5 are on the green and they're a lot longer than the first 5 shots. So that means that by opening your feet, you're gonna be able to hit longer golf shots, better strike, and you're gonna be able to swing with the big muscles of your body. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I will see you next week at the Solution Golf.